Sleep Fact 3. From birth onward, infant hunger patterns will either organize into stable and regular periods or become erratic and unpredictable. When infants are fed on the PDF plan, their hunger patterns stabilize. There are 2 reasons for this. First, babies have an innate ability to organize their feeding times into a predictable rhythm and will do so if encouraged by mom's feeding philosophy. Second, the hunger mechanism, digestion and absorption, responds to routine feedings with a metabolic memory. Routine feedings encourage babies' hunger metabolism to organize into predictable cycles. Erratic feedings or clusters of feeding discourage this. For example, if a mom feeds her baby approximately every 3 hours, let's say 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m., the baby's hunger cycle begins to synchronize with those times. When that is established, daytime sleep cycles organize, and then nighttime sleep follows. The exact times above are not as important as the predictability they represent. There is nothing magical about those times. Parents can start at 6 a.m. if that works better for them. The principle here is consistency, which leads to predictability. In contrast, erratic feeding periods work against a child's ability to organize good feeding rhythms, which creates confusion within the child's metabolic memory. For example, the mom who follows a cry feeding philosophy may feed him at 8 a.m., and 30 minutes later, when her baby cries, she feeds him again. An hour may pass, and he feeds, followed by 3 hours before the next feeding, then 20 minutes. The next day, everything is different, including the length of each feeding cycle and the timing of each cycle. When there is no consistency in the amount of time between feedings, and this pattern continues for weeks, it is very difficult for the feed-wake-sleep cycles to stabilize. As a result, these babies have difficulty establishing stable and uninterrupted nighttime sleep, waking as often as every 2 hours on a recurring basis. This pattern may continue for 2 years or more, according to some studies. Not surprisingly, formula-fed babies who are not on a routine usually end up with the same results.